And ladies and gentlemen, today we have in our program in Central Multicultural Radio our guests, where we are inviting them to come and talk to us today in this beautiful cold morning that we have in Pontiac, Michigan. We have Charnel Clark and Jay Clark too. So we're going to be talking about different things. Good morning, both of you. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Oh, one second. Okay, go ahead now.
Oh, doing good.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we're here to talk about a couple things. First, let's start with motivational expressions. Is a line, a clothing line.
Yes.
And I want you to tell me, and we're talking to Jade. Jade, tell us a little bit about how this all started.
Yeah, so I was in college and I was trying to figure out what career I wanted to pursue. Tried many different things, just couldn't determine what actually connected to me. So then I tried my hand at, entrepreneurship. I thought, okay, there's something called print on demand. I am a pretty artistic person, so I thought, let me put some designs on shirts and try to sell them, see what I can do with that. Yeah, that was in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how it turned to be like?
Yeah, so it was, I ended up making a website, I made some designs, but I just couldn't figure out how to progress the business forward. I wasn't very business mindset. Yeah, oriented. So a year about passed by, and in 2024, my mom actually came to me with an additional idea of making a clothing brand, revolved around motivation specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how all this started.
Yes.
Okay.
And she was unsure about a business name, and I had started multiple businesses in the past, so I knew exactly how to, get the business name, how to acquire it, get the EIN number, and then we also had to apply for a sales tax license. Yeah. So I was kind of like the back end part of it, and she was more of the technology side.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to tell all the people who are listening here, we have a mom who is Charnella Clark, who is always, looking up for her daughter Jade, and I think that this is what family comes, in handy, especially helping in business. If someone has already the experience and the know-how, it's easier to help someone, and especially when it's family. I think that is great. I think that you're doing a great job, and you seem like you're very motivated about doing what you love doing, and this is one of the things that I think that is what makes a big successful. Trying to do the things like that, and I think that is great. But tell us a little bit more about how do you saw this happening? I mean, I know that
we just fell into it because I knew that she was struggling with getting the brand off, and I had just written my book, and I said to her, well, I want to inspire and motivate people. You've inspired and motivated me when I had kind of fallen to the wayside, and I had said, I'm not going to write the book right now. And my daughter would come to me multiple times, and she's like, you know what, you just need to get started writing that book.
Yeah.
So we've always inspired and motivated each other and have been a backbone of support for each other. And so when she was struggling, I said, okay, I can do these things for you. And then I said, hey, why don't we put some motivational words on these clothing and make it such that we're selling something not only that people need, which is clothing, but also something that they can be proud to wear.
Right.
And so she said, wow, that's a great idea. So we went to work deciding what business name, we wanted to pursue. The first name that we came up was already taken, so we had to come up with another one. That's how we came up with Motivational Expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so from there, we just started working on motivational quotes, and it took us a while to really work on those designs, and because she's still working, I was still working, at the time, and so we then started creating different designs. We have quite a few designs on our website, and our website is motivationalexpressions.com.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I mean, she does a lot of the website work. I don't know what she does.
Yeah.
Well, that-
I tried to teach it, but it was too hard.
I know.
the thing is, this is a teamwork.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
how it is. Some people have the know-how, and other people, they do the things in a different way, and that's why you complement each other. And that's
Yes.
how everything
Exactly.
happens. So that's good. I have a question for you, because for those people who don't understand where the book came from or what are you talking about, Sharnella has a book, and it's called Help a Fool to Spend His Money. Can you tell us about that? Where did this all started, and how did you thought about this book, and what is in it?
Okay, so real briefly, I was raised mostly in the city of Detroit, and my family was by no means wealthy. My parents struggled, and I looked at my parents, and I decided that this isn't the lifestyle that I wanted. And someone came into my life at the age of 15 that changed everything for me in a positive way. And so I developed these dreams and goals. They were huge dreams. And by the time I was 35, I had accomplished every dream that I had, put on my list. And I've learned how to be savvy financially and to build wealth. And so I had the idea in 2018 to write the book. Some things happened in my life. I ended up getting a divorce from her dad in 2019, and so lost half of my assets. And I thought, oh wow, I really can't write a book now. So I had to work diligently towards regaining those assets that I lost. And on my way back towards regaining what I lost, my daughter she was my hero. She was the one who was saying, Mom, you got it. You're doing it. You have to start writing this book. And I would say to her, Jade, I'm not back where I was before. I'm not as financially strong as I was before. She says, that's okay. By the time you finish the book, you'll be there. And so, she was a wonderful inspiration. And so at the end, I self-published my book in August of 2024. And that was right around the time that she was struggling with her business. And I thought, okay, this is my turn to
do
be a
something.
support for her. And so I thought, man, you've got this clothing line. I think it's a great idea. Why don't we just put some motivational expressions on it, and let's inspire people. Let's, help those people who want and need inspiration, that maybe they don't have, a mother or a sister or a brother who's there to help encourage them to follow their dreams. And so, she's helped me in every aspect. When I finished the book, she said, okay, Mom, she read it. She was the first person to purchase my book. My current husband now is the second person to purchase the book. But she said to me, Mom, you've got an awesome book here. But she says, no one knows who you are. She says, how are you going to get the word out? And she says, you've got to get on social media. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not getting on social media. I don't like being in front of the camera. But she kept encouraging me, and that's what we do for each other, because there are days when I'm down and she'll come to me and she'll say, Mom, what's going on? And I say, well, today I feel like a failure. And then she looks at me and she's like, really? She's like, really, Mom?
I got a reminder of all the things that she's accomplished, and that by no means is she a failure.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes as a parent, we give everything, and we don't expect anything in return. Sometimes we just wanted to see our kids, grow, learn, and everything. And thanks to all the mistakes and things that we have done in the past, we wanted to kind of show to all of you how, life is like. But sometimes you have to go through that.
Yeah.
Because by someone telling you, you don't feel it like the person who actually went through it. And I think that disappointments and things like that in life, sometimes it makes us grow, learn, strong. And sometimes for those ones who have never struggled, the day that they do, they fall apart.
That's true.
And for
Yeah.
those ones who they struggle all their life, they become so successful.
You're right.
And I think it's very important to know that success is not measured on the car you have, the house, and anything. It's based in what you have inside you.
Yeah.
Because you can bring everything out. You can change everything you want in any given moment. The only thing you have to be honest with yourself, and all the things that you got inside you, you have to bring it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we hold on so much. Oh, I'm going to make a fool of myself. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. Oh, this is going to happen. Oh, I can't. You know what? It doesn't matter, because when you follow your heart, you follow everything, everything else follow you behind. And you don't know how. You might not have the tools, the money, the resources, the everything. But when you have that in mind, and I know what I want, and I'm going to do it no matter what, and you keep it, then it's when everything starts changing. And I see that here happening. So this is very nice.
And we
Thank
want
you.
to extend that to others. And so she actually came up with an idea to start a Facebook community.
Oh,
Yeah, to basically invite other people to join and share their own dreams and what they want to accomplish, and for us to support each other. I think that's
Okay.
a lot of the reason why people perhaps don't actually pursue their dreams is because they don't have the proper support.
and what would be that way to get in touch with the group?
Okay.
How is that? And
It's
the Facebook?
called Motivational Dream Chasers Community. So they can just go on Facebook and type in Motivational Dream Chasers Community, and they can join. Now, this is also a place for small businesses like ourselves. Every Saturday, they'll have the opportunity to introduce themselves and introduce their business. And also, it's about reciprocation. So you don't come here to this community just to receive, but we also want you to give support as well. So
Well, I hope we're all doing the same thing today because you are here and you're spreading the word and everything. And we love our listeners who wants to, learn more about your business and what you do. And tell us a little bit about your book because
Okay.
it's just the title, Help a Fool Spend His Money. It kind of got me
I
intrigued
thought
of
that
what's
was
going on.
brilliant.
Yes. Okay, so once my daughter encouraged me to start writing the book, it took me about a year and a half to complete because, again, I was doing multiple things, bringing in multiple streams of income to restore the lifestyle that I had become accustomed to. And along the way, I had always counseled people at work, and I've given financial advice. And so I thought, this book is going to be great because in the book, it teaches you how to get out of debt, how to save, and start investing for a better, brighter future. It also talks about acquiring a mentor because, as you said before, many of us have gone through certain circumstances and overcome certain situations in our lives. And like I've told my daughter, if I can help you avoid some of the mistakes that I've made, then you'll get much further in life much sooner than I did. And so that's the whole premise behind the book. And the title, I had 3 titles, and I polled strangers. First, I asked my daughter, and she laughed at the title, and she thought, oh, my God, that is so funny. And so I remember being in the grocery store or when I'm out shopping, and I would tell people, hey, I'm in the process of writing this book, and this is what the book is about. These are the 3 titles. Everyone, I say 100% said, help a fool spend his money. That's it. And so that's how I came up with the title.
Wow.
But if anyone is interested in purchasing my book, I have a website.
Okay.
It's SharnellaClark.com, SharnellaClark.com.
Okay.
And also with Motivational Expressions, my daughter had another wonderful idea, and that was we wanted people to rate our clothing.
Yeah, so I created a QR code on the website for people to go to a form in which they can rate some of our clothing and leave true, honest feedback. That's what we truly need in order to grow.
Of course, that's always good to have the feedback from people who actually love what you guys do and tell you. And sometimes I'll tell you the truth. Bad comments are
Yes,
great too.
they
Yes.
are.
The reason
Very
why
helpful.
is because we sometimes get so busy in so many different things and we don't get to see what we should be able to see. And other people can say, hey, if you do this and that, it will be much better because, oh, you know what, you're right.
Yes.
So that's always good to have, the bad comments. And I'm not saying because of being negative or anything like that. It's just because for negativity, it comes things to become very strong. And it's how we see everything. Because we can't have everything, You cannot be overseeing the whole thing.
Yes.
Sometimes those little things that sometimes even the way we present ourselves, there will be a day that you don't feel that great, that good. And unfortunately, we sometimes get sick. And when that happens, I know you want to give your best and all that, but you know and you're feeling that I'm not in my best moment right now to talk to people, but I'm going to try. And you give and you tell. But in that moment, a lot of people, they might say, oh, that was wrong. Oh, you didn't say this or you didn't say that. But also, you weren't feeling that well. So
Yeah.
everything is acceptable, you know. But in the case with you and the book and the clothing and everything, I think that is amazing because we have two people who are different ages. And not only that, both of them complement each other in many different ways. Here with the knowledge, the experience, and all that, and you with the youth and everything,
Yes.
and the new technology and everything that is
Yes.
happening.
it's constantly
That for a lot of
changing.
people, sometimes it's not because they don't know how to do that. It's just the timing is different. Her time and your mom's time in
Yes.
this case right now, she is involved in other things. There is no time like for a younger person to be more interested in learning how to do this or the app or the new platform or whatever that comes up. You
Yeah.
know,
Tell you
I'm doing this, I'm
technology.
doing that, I'm going here. And for us, you know, it's different because we have learned other ways and different things. And
we're the
that's
older
thing.
generation, you know, and sometimes I don't even want to learn it. She'll sometimes get a
gosh,
little
yeah.
aggravated. She's like, Mom,
Yeah.
seriously, you don't know this? And I'm like, Jade, I'm trying. I really am.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, it's nothing wrong with that because there's going to be things that you might not know how to do it, and your mom will say, "Hey, it's a piece of cake," and you will say,
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
"What do you mean cooking is good? I don't know how to cook and this and all whatever." I don't know. In your case, I don't know that.
I did manage to teach her a little basic of video editing.
Yes,
So,
Okay.
so
yes.
she's
Well,
got that.
Yeah.
But you know what? That I think that everybody, all of us, had that from the past too. Unfortunately, we didn't have the technology we have now because in those days we used to have the heavy cameras. There was all kinds
Oh,
of different
yeah.
things, and we really needed to do all kinds of stuff. And it wasn't available and
Right.
simple and it's easy for a lot of people in those days as it is for you guys now. It doesn't matter whether you have money or not. You have a phone, you can do a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
And in those days, you don't have money, you cannot get that camera, you cannot get this, you cannot get.
Oh, wow.
So you
That's
kind of
true.
waiting, you know, to see if a friend can let you borrow even your camera to take pictures on your birthday because the family didn't have a camera or
Right.
because this is that, you know, different times, different things. And of course, sometimes even just the film, you know, you needed to take it somewhere else and hopefully they can develop correctly. And if you have a student who is a high school student who is working for that company, he might not even put the right colors and things and everything. And when you see the pictures, they're like, this orange stuff? What is this? You know, and that happens. And of course, they keep telling you all the time, oh, it's the way you took the picture. Oh, you needed a flash. Oh, you needed this. And it wasn't anything like that. It was the person who actually was working and the developing and doing that who made a mistake, and he just didn't want to be blamed for that. And people believe that.
Yeah.
Of course, we have different times. You know, it was a different thing.
Yeah, very
I know.
different.
Our era is so much different.
Yeah. So now you don't have to go develop pictures. I mean, we took a week or sometimes 2 weeks to go and pick up the
Yes,
pictures. We have to go to Eckers
we
or
actually
whatever.
have film
Yeah.
that we had.
Yeah, you take that and you put them in an envelope, and then you give it to them, and they have to come and give it back, and they'll say, "Okay, we're gonna." And then sometimes they have to send it to who knows
Yeah.
where, and hope that nobody will lose it because you know sometimes they lose the film, and then when they bring it back. You have all the pictures and you kind of looking, but it was not like, oh, can you make this clear? Can you? No, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
This is just the way you're getting, and that was it. Okay, so that was my pictures, and yeah, and you pay a lot of money for it too.
Yeah.
So now you don't have to. do that.
Technology
Yeah,
is great.
different
You just,
times.
You just
Yeah.
do it and you have fun, and even calling people from one city to the other
Yes.
costs money. So if
Yeah.
you wanted to call to the store, oh, but the store is in the line of, but it's three blocks from here. It doesn't matter. You end
They
up
had a
paying a long
different zip
distance.
code.
Yeah,
You
zip
had
code.
to pay like a premium fee.
That feels like a
Yeah.
different world.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know.
And I tell you, that was the reason why we weren't growing. Because all the money was going for those little things like that. Now you use your phone and you can call anywhere in the United States and it's free.
Exactly.
For us, it wasn't free. We needed to know, oh, if we're going to make a call, it's going to cost me how much? $4 or $5 or so? Oh, and I need those $5 to put gas in my car or this. And if you're growing up and you're learning and all that, It was tough. It was tough. So that's what I'm saying. People, they keep saying, "Oh, you guys live different times." Well, there was different times, but it was our times, and that's what we had, and we had to live and deal with what we had at the moment. So for now, you guys, when you ask a person who, imagine your mom. She's like a computer, and she has so much knowledge about different things that people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize that you can drive a car, you can drive a bike, you can do things, and that takes a lot in your brain already. I mean, you have so much knowledge of so many things that you do that you're like a computer. And what happens is things that we go to sleep and all that is how we refresh ourselves and come back and like kind of like start deleting the files that we don't want, in our dreams or whatever. And then you come back here again, and here you are. And your mom, for the years, you're not old. You look very young.
Well,
and you're not
I'm
going to tell you.
50.
No, but you look very young.
Thank
You really look young. And the thing is, people don't realize all that knowledge that through the years you accumulate. Having you going through things, sometimes traumatic things that happen in our lives. And on top of that, we had to continue putting new things and new things and new things. So later on in life, you feel like, okay, I'm getting full of all this stuff. So, but for you, right fresh, you have haven't used everything, and you're like, oh, you got to learn this. It's so easy. Well, yeah,
I know.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm always trying to compare and trying to make an idea of how this works. And it's not like I said that people don't want to work on it or learn it. Sometimes they say, okay, I'll learn it and I do it, but what am I going to do with it? When I can be doing this, writing another book, doing something that I'm going to help people with the knowledge that I know,
Yeah.
then if I get into an application that the only thing is going to do is one thing, and that's it.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just different, but
Well, one thing we often do is, this is what I say, we stay in our lane. I know what my limitations are, and she knows what her limitations are. So sometimes, we'll break off and say, okay, well, you work on this part of the business while I work
Yeah.
on this part of the business.
It works really well.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's a compliment. That's pretty good. The good balance, a good thing. Well, I just wanted to say to everyone who's listening up there, we have Sharnella and Jade who are here with us and sharing all this. And can you please give us the way how they get in touch with you, either if it's for motivational expressions or to help a fool to spend his money in the book? Give us, how can they be in touch with you? You have your medias and
Yeah, so we have Instagram, Facebook.
And yeah, we have Instagram and Facebook. TikTok, we're
Yeah.
not very,
Not
We're not-
too
we're not
active
active
on, but the name is practically the same, Motivational Expressions.
okay.
and then don't forget about our community, Motivational Dream Chasers Community. We want anyone out there who needs some inspiration or want to give inspiration, or if you have a small business, we definitely want to hear from you. We want you to be a part of our community. And also, like my daughter mentioned, we have our website,
Oh, yeah, motivationalexpressions.com.
and we have a QR code on there for you guys to give us constructive feedback, because that helps us to analyze whether or not we're on point with the clothing that you want to wear. So we do have a 15% off coupon attached to that, correct?
Yes, if they complete it, they will get 15% off on their next order.
All right.
And there is a comment section where if there's something on our website that you don't see that you'd like to see, you can definitely tell us what you want to wear. And then finally, help a fool spend his money. I am also a financial coach, so I actually coach people into financial health. And my daughter knows, she's heard me actually coaching some of my clients in the past, and she'll say, "Oh my gosh, were you on the phone with your client?" I'm like, yes, I was brutally honest, wasn't I? And so this particular client came back to me and she just thanked me, and she has been one of my best supporters. We were able to turn her credit around, and within 5 months, she was able to get the 3 business loans. So this really works.
Yes.
She first started off by reading the book, and after she read the book, she says, I have to have your coaching. So again, if you want the book, my website is sharnellaclark.com. And if you want to send me an email because you want to learn more about my coaching, it is sharnella@sharnellaclark.com. And my name is spelled SHARNELLA. Last name Clark, Charnella@charnellaclark.com is the email. Okay, thank you so much, Louis. I
No,
really
thank
appreciate
you so much
it.
for being
Thank
here with
you.
us in Central Multicultural Radio, and we hope to see you again here, and will tell us how you are still, doing in your
Okay.
business and everything together. So
Great.
this is not a goodbye; it's going to be a good invitation for maybe coming soon,
Yes.
again and talk to us here.
Yes, we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much.
You're welcome.